Welcome. This is Barry Jones from the Angel School, and we're here for our weekly angel reading for March 3rd through the 9th, 2014. And so I'm working with the the Archangel Oracle cards and the Angel Tarot cards by Doreen Virtue, as well as the Gaian Tarot by Joanna Powell Colbert. And so let's just take a moment to tune in to the energy of this week. And I've already called each and every one of you, your team of guides, your family of guides, let's put it that way, your angels to join us in this circle of love, where we ask for divine clarity through the perspective of our source, to align us with the highest levels of possibility and truth for us at this time. And so the angels are showing me already a table, and it's kind of an outside. So they're showing me a book, and they flip the pages. So they're saying that there's a shift happening. So it's like we're turning the page. There's nothing major that we need to worry about, they're saying. They're saying that there's two sides, or two perspectives to the things that we're looking at this week. And what we need to do, because they're now showing me two books, that we need to read both. We need to look at both. We need to look at things from a perspective of love, they're saying. To really connect and tune in with our higher self, our Holy Spirit, to get fresh new ideas, to really connect and tune in with the abundance that the abundance of ideas that the universe is always bringing to us, and the abundance of clarity that they're bringing to us. So it's about expanding our ideas, growing and nurturing this week. So there's something that we need to kind of take a look at, something that maybe you've been concerned about, or something that's on the table for you, that you need to just expand your awareness, kind of investigate or research, take a look at it from a different perspective, and really go at it from that angle. But first, tuning into your higher self. I'm getting a sense that this is not, we've had these, huge weeks of, shifts on a spiritual level. We had a lot of emotional healing last week. And now we're kind of moving into seeing the effects of it in our day-to-day lives. So the more mundane aspects of our lives, and really bringing and integrating that together. So they just keep showing me a repetition of this book. So this means for me, other than writing a book or journaling, sometimes it means I'm just getting a sense of information. So there's some information that's going to come in that for you this week, and that information will help expand and help you be aware. So pay attention to signs that may come in your life, they're saying, this week. Just notice the signs in your life this week. All right, so let's take a look at the card for the theme of the week. Okay, and this is very interesting, but this card says, "Hello from Heaven." And it's the Archangel Azrael, and it says, your loved ones, let's see if it'll focus, in heaven are doing fine. let go of worries and feel their loving blessings. And this is interesting because on Friday, and I'm just going to ask you to refer you to the daily card message that I wrote on Friday on Facebook, which you can find by clicking on the description link below this video. And our loved ones, our family members who passed on, had some interesting messages for us. And so it's interesting that this comes up. This is the first time I think I've pulled this card as a theme for all of us. So I get a sense that this is about family and something that we are doing that is helping to shift our family in a new direction, especially since our loved ones are kind of getting involved and speaking to us this week. So let me just kind of tune in to this card and see what messages. And right away, I'm just seeing, working together. Now, this could mean working together as a family or in your work, because wherever, teams, community, wherever there are teams or families or units of people that work together. And it's about working together, and it's about communicating information. I almost feel like there's been something, like I feel like I'm seeing like something in the middle of this book, like a cell, like a cancer. And what this kind of means to me is that there's been something that's kind of been eating away, at you. Something maybe that was said in the family. I don't know if it's with a loved one who's passed on, or it could be something that your loved ones are concerned about that has happened within your family, between siblings or relatives, or something that's been said or done between friends or colleagues at work. And that there needs to be a resolution. Now, it may feel like someone, and from what I'm seeing, since I'm seeing like something around the neck, so like you're being pulled. So it definitely has to do with communication. It has to do with healing that, repairing that. I'm seeing an apple next. I'm seeing a flower, like just a general flower that children would draw. So something that was said that has, caused that hurt, or, and so some kind of forgiveness. And, we need to be, mindful of our words is what I'm kind of getting. And share, and they're saying, and to share love. This is a time to be the bigger person, and that's not really quite what I'm hearing. But we kind of need to share this. We need to share love. We need to put love forth and come from that place of love in order to heal this. They're showing me a tissue. So, it's kind of like we need to heal the sadness, dry our tears, and just really ask heaven, not only, ask God and the angels to heal this situation for you, to help you to find a better way of understanding, to help you let this go, to let go and let love in, is what they're saying. All right, so, and they're saying not to worry, because I guess things will resolve itself. That they're just showing me it's going to heal. I don't know if there's something because I feel like I'm seeing a letter in a hand. And I don't know if this is literal, and then it crumbles up. And so somehow, some kind of repair, but God is saying that he's involved in this, and he's helping, and to just pray to him, talk to God, talk to their higher self, and communicate to them in a message of love. And then pay attention to the signs that could be an opportunity for you to recognize that you can step in and approach the person. But come with a heart of joy. Come with a heart of joy. Okay? All right. I don't know where I'm saying the word go, but I'm going to leave that for now. All right. So let's take a look at the card for the beginning of the week. And we have the 10 of Earth, okay, which is a very happy family life, financial security, finding magic in the little things in life. And that phrase really catches me because I feel like this information, we need to pay attention to the magic is love. It's the miracle of love, okay? And so we need to pay attention to signs and pay attention to the love. You know, focus on the things that you have together, the memories, because this was what was talked about with the ancestors. Memories. You're on Friday. You know, focus on the good memories. Focus on the good things that you see in people. This will help you to shift your perspective as well. So, and bring balance. So I'm getting that this, and since this is a family card, usually this has an older gentleman who's left some legacy behind to his family. So there's a financial security, but of course the Earth suit is about family. It's about finances, money. It's about stability and security. It's about health. So it seems like that our loved ones want to leave you with a legacy of love and want to help repair that or heal that somehow from what I'm seeing. Let's take a look at the Gaian Tarot. All right, and this is very interesting because this card is the 8 of Earth, and I'm going to interpret these cards just based on the picture. But it's interesting that it's also an Earth card as well. So, this is something about this father and his daughter, doing something together that they love to do together. They're sharing, they're focused on the things that they have in common. And they're able to connect with each other and with their own inner rhythm. So there's something about things balancing itself out as you connect with each other or whoever this person is. And this could be in family or friends or relationships, business, whatever. But the way is to focus on the ways that you connect with one another, and so that you kind of line up with each other. You form a harmony with one another in that way. And let me just tune into both of these cards and see what message, anything I see in particular here about this card. So there's just, what I'm getting is keeping an awareness about you, being very aware, paying attention to the signs, as these signs could bring creative ideas, creative solutions, could also be profitable, depending on what situation this is and how it pertains to you, that maybe affects a partnership. Like I said, it could be all kinds of relationships, partnerships, but I feel it's like it's between two people, something that needs to resolve, and that this will happen when you relate to each other on a level that both of you where you both have an understanding that is agreeable for both. All right, let's move on and take a look at the card for the middle of the week. Okay, and we have another 10. So this tells me that, like the Wheel of Fortune, so this is like sort of at the end, okay, like in all of the suits, 10 is the last card. And so what it would say is that this is an opportunity for things to shift, okay? So here, things shift for the better in terms of, point of attraction. Here, I think of the Wheel of Fortune is a law of attraction card. And here things shift too. But this is something in which you need to, you've been doing it. So this is about communication, the air sign. And so the way you've been doing it has not worked out. And so that it's time to let go of that. It's time to put that away, to end it, and then come from a new perspective, to start again, but to be clear, to be more focused this time, to communicate differently. So you're not going to go back and do it the same way again. You're going to do things differently, which means that you're going to need to, again, like I was saying in the beginning, whatever the concern is, you need to get a fresh outlook and come at it from a different perspective. Let me just take this look and see what the card is in the Gaian Tarot. And look at this again. So an air card, earth, air. This is really amazing, because I was a little concerned about using two different tarot decks, and because the symbols of me. But anyway, so, and here we have, she changed the king to an elder. And here we have, and the genders change, so she doesn't keep genders the same for the elders. And here we have a man who is playing a flute, and then you see this symbol of change. So this is about peacefully, communicating in order to bring about changes. And that you need to focus. So he's doing something, and everybody here is playing a musical instrument so far, and doing something doing something creative, really connecting in with the energy of the earth. Going back to the basics, and in order to find a better way to resolve this situation, go within. Look how he goes and he's got his eyes closed. Go within. And really get creative and think about the best way from experience. Use your experience. Let experience here. As an elder, they have lots of experience. They've lived a long time. And experience is the best teacher here. And if you have been doing things a certain way and it hasn't worked, now you need to try another way. This shows leadership skills, that and your level of maturity, that you're able to tap in and dig deeper in order to communicate better. Let me just tune into this card and see what message comes up in this card. So, what I'm seeing is that you may feel a little out of your comfort zone. Let's put it that way. You may not be used to having to look at things in a different way, or, renegotiate or compromise. But this is going to be very beneficial. When you do this, you're going to feel like you've really expanded who you are. You're going to feel like that you're going to see yourself in a way that you feel more respect and pride in yourself for having done so, is what they're showing me. So really pay attention, listen to your own guidance that comes to you, and really tap into that higher source. Tap into that wisdom of the elder, your higher self. Okay, let's take a look at the card for the weekend. All right, and we have the Two of Water. So this is really perfect, because this says that something's going to resolve. Okay, there's going to be some kind of harmony and balance. Things are going to come together where and just looking at the context of this reading. So this is about now. We were healing ourselves emotionally, and all the things and those emotions that were holding us back. And, it's interesting that this is about communication going wrong, but since we just came out of that Mercury retrograde, and I'm sure a lot of things happened in terms of communication where things didn't go as well as we would have liked. And even though I've told you, you can, if you tune into your source, you're always on the right path, and you're always saying and coming from a place of truth, in spite of what's going on energetically. But when we can't get out of that, or connect in, or ground ourselves deeply enough into that, then we still have opportunities to repair. And so those kind of things, like the retrogrades, may then take an effect. But what I'm seeing here now is, this is now like healing, I think, relationships that may have suffered a bit because of the retrograde, and things kind of healing, or things that even before the retrograde, it may have caused things to kind of peak, and that needed to bring things up. And there were probably other reasons besides that, just the Mercury retrograde. But again, I'm not an astrologer, but there are other things that, with all this higher self coming into play and causing us to see things differently and to shift. So a lot of things probably were getting brought up in that period of miscommunication in order for some real healing to happen that affects us all. And I'm just getting a sense that this is not only about our personal family members that have passed, but our collective ancestors, all of those of whom have been trying to help Earth shift and heal and repair, and love more deeply, to bring this energy of love in more deeply. So let me just turn this card over as well. So it's interesting because this says a relationship that continues to grow closer, forgiveness, and the positive resolution of a conflict. And now here we have another elder, and as I told you, she changes gender roles. She's not stuck to that. So here we have, this would not be a queen, but it would still be the king of Earth. But she used a woman here, and she's engaged in a creative form. So there is something, a sense of sharing something from the heart, like she's spinning her, probably making something, and it's something that she does from her heart. Like everybody here in these three cards are doing something that connects them in with their soul, a work that comes from their soul, and sharing that. And when you give in things out of love, when you share your love with others, you automatically repair and heal and build and establish greater relationships, family. You build, and if it's a life purpose, you establish an abundance of worth, energy that attracts, because that love, that what you're passionate about. So things come together. So what it looks like at the end of the week, things are really going to start to come together here for all of us. Let me just tune in to this card and see the two cards together and see if there's any additional information here. And not really seeing anything, but what I do see is that things kind of move up, kind of like I'm seeing platforms on top of each other, meaning that things become stronger and more secure and elevated. All right, and the card I pulled from the bottom of the deck is the Eight of Fire. It says, events moving at a fast pace. Delays are over, many things happening at once. So this card is usually about, communications of some sort. So, some news, maybe you're going to get some news, something inspiring coming to you. Since it's a fire suit, something you're passionate about, you're going to hear about it, or it's going to come about. So this card here would indicate, and we had this a couple of weeks ago. So some shifts and changes definitely are happening for us. And then from the Gaian Tarot, we have the Ace of Fire. So that means that there's going to be a whole new sense of creativity, a whole new sense of renewed passion in our lives. I feel like I want to say the word healing. So there's a huge healing that will kind of will show itself to us in this week. It's just our fires are gonna be reignited, and things are gonna really heal and move in new directions. And because all of the cards are minor arcana, this would just tell me that it's more about the subtle shifts in our day-to-day lives. And what it looks like is shifts in relationships within our families, in groups that we are really committed to, at our jobs, wherever our heart is, and I hope it's everywhere, that there's going to be some subtle healings there. So maybe this is going to be the effects of that huge personal shift, spiritual shift that you had going on for the last couple of weeks. And to just I feel like you're going to be getting a lot of information from your angels, from your guides, from heaven, that is going to really be encouraging you to look at life differently, to invite this higher self frequency perspective into your life, and to no longer hold on to that ego perspective. So this is about healing through your truth, not your ego. So be open-minded, because our ego is usually very stubborn and wants to just hold on to those patterns, like it says here, recover from addictions, but those patterns that are debilitating for us. And no one is asking any of us to be martyrs here. We're not. It's not about surviving anymore, but it's about thriving in this new energy, this new world energy. Is about thriving. So let go of anything that keeps repeating the pattern of you thinking of yourself as just surviving life, and shift to that higher consciousness perspective where you step outside of yourself, come at it from all different areas, do whatever you need to do, investigate, research to see things differently. Come from that perspective of thriving, okay, and harmony in your life. Seek out the peace, seek out the adventure, the pleasure, the enjoying yourself. Don't think about struggling through life and battling it out with others, to win, to be right. You don't have to defend your truth. Your truth just only focuses on the desires and the solutions that bring harmony and peace to you, that matter to you. And in doing so, everybody else benefits, because when you stand in your truth, you empower others to do so. And so we don't have to worry about tearing each other down to stay on top anymore when we start living through our truth. The ego is about tearing others down to stay on top. And your higher self said there's plenty of room for everybody. Everybody can thrive. And if you thrive, others will see through you the example of how to thrive. So this is the shift that we bring to the whole human family on a collective consciousness. And I feel that this is really what this week is about. So I implore all of you light workers and healers to really start walking your truth, and whomever you are, because you all are, whether you don't think of yourself as being a light worker. But since we are divine beings and we are beings of light, then we are light workers. And this is our mission now, to be an example of truth. And so I send you so much love and angel blessings. And if you would like an angel reading, please feel free to contact me through the Angel School or Facebook, and you can find those in the description link, where you can sign up for reading on the Angel School page. And thank everyone for your comments, and don't forget to join us on Facebook for the daily readings as we take a deeper look into this week's reading from Monday through Friday. And send you lots of love again and angel blessings. Bye-bye.